I tend to believe that the Chinese nuclear buildup is a result of both fear and ambition.
All of the nuclear weapon states are currently developing more modern, newer kinds of weapons, but only China, among the 5 official nuclear weapon states, is actually increasing the numbers of weapons that it has.
3 of the 5 nuclear states, France, the UK and the US, are G7 members, a group of 7 of the world's most advanced economies. This year, the group's leaders are gathering here in Hiroshima, where the US used atomic weapons for the first time in history, bringing about the end of World War II. In Hiroshima, G7 leaders are discussing rapidly expanding nuclear arsenals in Asia, and particularly China's, at a time of increasing tensions in the region. For decades, China's number of nuclear warheads held steady at around 200. But in recent years, it's grown rapidly. The Federation of American Scientists now estimates Beijing has at least 410 nuclear warheads. A Pentagon report last year said that China will have 1,500 warheads by 2035, if its arsenal keeps expanding at its current rate. Beijing described that US report as speculation. Many think China's military modernization has one aim: to take Taiwan, which Beijing claims as part of its territory. But its rapid nuclear buildup could alter the security dynamic if China ever makes good on that promise.
Some believe that China is developing a force comparable to that of the United States and Russia, perhaps to deter the US from aiding in the defense of Taiwan.
But experts say China's nuclear buildup could lock the 2 superpowers in an escalatory cycle, especially if tensions over Taiwan spike.
And it believes that the only way to change the American and Western thinking is to, build stronger capability and to change the balance of power in greater favor to China. Both sides are increasingly convinced. The other side, wants to, go nuclear first. So that's how this dynamic is increasingly dangerous.
Some experts say China believes its military prowess now surpasses the US in the Western Pacific, and that would lead to Washington threatening nuclear force first in a potential conflict. Washington believes that China building its own nuclear arsenal means it could do the same. China is starting a new nuclear reactor in Changbiao, just over 200 kilometers from Taiwan. The facility will enrich plutonium that could be used in nuclear warheads. China now has at least 3 missile silos located deep within the country's territory. From there, intercontinental ballistic missiles could strike anywhere on US territory. Experts say neither side wants to use nuclear weapons, but they add an atmosphere of distrust and little communication between the US and China is heightening the risk of miscalculation.
The biggest risk factor is uncertainty. It's not known to what degree China is building up its nuclear forces. All it's known is that the buildup is occurring.
My greatest concern is the lack of transparency is causing worst-case scenario thinking. So the damage is already being done and is becoming greater over time.
Adding to the concerns are Russia's invasion of Ukraine and its threats of nuclear force. That's stoking fears that China may draw lessons from Moscow's actions and threaten to use its rapidly expanding arsenal in a future conflict. Andy Hsueh, Alex Chen and James Chater in Hiroshima, Japan for TaiwanPlus.